Well, hello and welcome to wonderful Whilton Mill here in Northamptonshire and round 4 of the NKC, but also round 1 of the Northern Cup. And if we're having a Northern Cup, who do we need to talk about it? Well, our Northern commentator himself, Mr. Joe Bradley. Joe, the excitement never ends with the NKC.
I have been looking forward to this whole season, from when we launched the idea of a 3-round Southern Cup series and then a 3-round Northern, and then an overall championship. I mean, we've got three cakes, haven't we, with cherries on?
Absolutely. Now, of course, round 4 means it's a reset. We've got new people joining the championship. We've got a record entry, well, one person less than the record entry here. 229, I think, are taking part over the weekend. They've all got fresh tyres. It's just battle royale and mixed grids.
Well, NKC is all about the tyre regs. That's why it's so popular. And we've kind of changed the grid, the tyre regs for 2024. You're allowed one set of tyres for the first 3 rounds and now one set of tyres to take you to the season end. Here we are at Whilton Mill. It's 24 degrees right now and the forecast is for sunshine. The next round is at Three Sisters and then we end middle of October at Warden Law.
I'd like to have any sunshine there.
It's not going to be 24 degrees on the northeast coast in October. So are we going to even need those fairly worn slicks by then? This is what we love about the NKC and their tyre regs.
Very exciting. New faces, old faces, already got champions in the Southern Cup. What we need is someone to go round the paddock and have a chat with them. Now, who could we have for that?
I think I can pick that up, Nick. I've already bumped into Joshua Priest, who was doing a little track walk. Joshua, senior road tax, remind me of your number?
666.
Oh, the number of the beast. What's that all about then? What's the choice of number?
Well, my actual number is 66.
Right.
But that's already taken, so
All right.
I thought just add another 6 and it might.
There's not a sinister backstory then for the
Not really.
666, right?
Not
Okay.
really.
You are you've kind of cherry picked your way this season in the NKC. I think you've just mentioned Forest Edge,
Yeah.
the Old Player at Rowra. You're in for the rest of the season though on those brand new slick tyres. We've been deliberating and will deliberate forever about just how those tyres are going to last. What's your view on that going forward for the 3 rounds?
They're a very hard compound of tyre, so they can last plenty if you drive them correctly.
That's what I was going to ask you. Can you adjust your driving to save the tyre life?
Definitely. It depends what track you're at as well, though, because like a bumper track like Whilton, tyres do take a lot of batter and bruising. So to regulate the tyres, it is very difficult around here, but it's not impossible.
Where's the time at Whilton Mill? We've got a new chicane there.
Yeah.
Is this your first time here with the chicane?
It is my second time, but I'm still trying to learn it.
Oh, really?
So I think around 46 flats. No, not 46. 47 flat is a decent time for me.
That was impressive, a 46 flat. You'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, I'll be ecstatic with that one.
Yeah. So, what is it about the chicane? Because you're not the only person, Josh, to actually say that about the chicane. I mean, it's a pretty regular right, left, right chicane. What is it about this one?
It's just the way it's the entry to it is a lot different to a lot of chicanes that you have in the calendar, and obviously there's a lot more grip on the new tarmac, but I think it's also the curb. The curb makes it a lot more difficult, as well as the exit onto the long straight that we have here. So
it's important to get right because of that long straight, isn't it?
if you get the final corner wrong, it will jeopardise your entire run all the way up into Christmas. It is very important to get a good run out of the exit of that chicane.
Yeah. What's Josh going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon?
A final.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Well, good luck. Mixed grids. It's never a certainty with mixed grids, everybody. We wish you all the very best, Josh. But before you go, what kart manufacturer are you using and what engine are you on?
I'm on a Xbree.
Yeah.
And I'm on Colin Wright engines.
Right. Okay. Mark that down in the jotter. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So with 3 rounds gone for the NKC, the Junction 6 NKC, that's the proper championship. We now enter the Northern Cup, and Sean Rudge here. Well, Sean, the season started well with the second in the first heat, but you've had a bit of a mixed season so far.
Yeah, first season was okay. We kind of came back to karting after about 8 or 9 years out.
Wow,
So we
right.
thought, yeah, we'll give it a go. First season, the first round, yeah, we did okay. Kind of what we expected. And then Forest Stage was a disaster, like the worst weekend I ever had in karting.
Yeah.
And then Mansell was okay. But I'm excited to be here because this is the only track that I actually know on this calendar.
Right.
So we're hoping to get a few points. But
So let me ask you then, 9 years, that's a good period of being away. What did you find when you first got back into the car? What surprised you, let's say?
honestly, the speed, like I put my foot down here actually. I did a quick test day here. And I was just like, whoa, like my neck went flying back.
What did you race before, by the way?
We did road tax and X30
All right,
before,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we did both.
But you'd forgotten how quick they were.
Yeah, honestly, I put my
Yeah.
foot down. I just didn't expect it to go that fast. And then the brakes as well, like how sharp they are. And yeah, I'm glad I did a day before the first round because we would have been in worse shape.
I mean, that's where the term race fit comes from. You can train in the gym as much
yeah,
as you can, but
Yeah, I messed up my ribs when we came here. I don't know. I think something the doctor said like the cartilage or something, and that was from just going around. I think it's called Parker here, the Parker corner. So I was nowhere near race fit, or I think I'm more conditioned now
Right.
because we're doing okay this weekend. Because I think this is the hardest track physically in the UK. It has to be like.
Yeah,
all
it's,
these points. And now with that new chicane as well. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about the new chicane. I'm asking everybody the thoughts on the chicane. So the chicane was put in for the right reasons, to slow people down.
yeah.
However, I'm seeing around the paddock, the problem is, Sean, tell me if I'm wrong, you've got to clobber that curb, haven't you?
Oh yeah, you got to smash it as hard as you can. I thought I'll try just tapping it and seeing if I can get round, but no, you got to smash it hard.
And there's time in the lap if you do that.
Yeah, I think more than a few tenths, like I think. Yeah, so yeah, but the problem is you just smash your cart to pieces and break seats, and luckily we haven't snapped a chassis. It's just a little hole, but yeah.
Right. So what's going on here then? Tell the viewers. Ash will
So-
pick it up. Let's. What repair work are we seeing?
So we split the seat after the first session from going over the curb. So we are now fiberglassing the big hole in it, hoping it holds.
Right. And you've got to continue smashing the curb.
Yeah. So if it doesn't hold, then hopefully, well, actually no, not hopefully, we'll have to buy another seat.
Right. Okay. Yes.
No, yeah. But I think fiberglass holds, doesn't it? It should do. I hope it does.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, mate. It's only your bottom about an inch from the ground, remember?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't realise it had snapped as we were going around until I came into the pits and the bottom of the seat was dragging across the floor, and I thought, oh, there's a problem there. So.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you the same question I'm pretty much ask everybody. What's Sean Rudge going to be happy with on Sunday tea time?
I'll be happy with a top 10.
All right.
I'll be happy with a top 10.
Yeah.
We were 6th overall in the last session, which is nice. Just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going, yeah.
I'm glad you came back to it.
Yes, I am, yeah.
Remember, when you get to my age, mate, it's still never out your blood. Thanks, Sean. Best of luck, guys. Let's have a look at one of the teams that's been quite a stalwart team to the NKC over the years, Tyro Carting. Let's have a look and see what these boys are up to. There's a bit of a debrief going on. Aidan Rudge here, he's the team boss, and we've got two competitors. Guys, what's your names and what's your numbers?
Lewis Crocker, number 43.
And you're 177 Rotax, aren't you? George Townsend, yeah. What's your number again?
167 senior road tax.
Right. And Aidan Rudge, you're the team boss for Tyro. Who's the best then between these two? I don't expect an answer. I'll start with you first. 177. You don't look old enough to be in the 177 class, but I need a box to get on terms with him. So that's why you're in the 177 class, because you're growing.
Yeah, I'm 6'3" and a bit. You know, last year I did the junior road tax.
Wow.
O play here.
Yeah.
You know, I struggled a bit because like weighed a lot more than them lot. So I did 177. It's been good.
Yeah. And are you on the 177 mark? Are you?
Yeah. I at the start I had to put on a bit of weight, but
Right.
but I've been going gym, so
Yeah.
so you know I'm 177 now.
Yeah. I mean, how much difference does being overweight make? I mean, probably your team boss engineer is going to answer that one, but it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, in juniors it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a bad driver,
Yeah.
but like when you weigh more, you're at the back, so it feels like you're doing bad, but you're not necessarily doing bad. But in 177, I'm not doing too bad.
And the age you are, it wasn't like you can go to the pub less. You were basically just growing into an adult,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you can do then, is there?
No, yeah, I've been going gym, so I've lost weight, but now I'm going gym to put on muscle, so my weight's going up a bit.
Right, okay.
But
Right.
I'm 177, so it's not too bad.
Right. And what will you be happy with on Sunday tea time?
Hopefully I can make the A final. Like, well, I mean I haven't yet. I was close to it at Forest, but you know, I got caught up. But hopefully the A final, but you know, I'm not too sure.
I'll start with that question for you first, George. What's George Townsend going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon?
I'll be very happy with top 15, top 12 sort of finish. Yeah, make my day.
That's easier than it sounds, doesn't it? Because mixed grids, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it all depends on the luck of your grid positions, just sort of where you're starting out, if you keep out of trouble, and then just how far forward you can get.
What's the mindset then that you go into a race weekend like this? You know it's not necessarily in your hands. So what is there anything that you can do about, you know, getting your mind right?
I mean, we came down for a test day, just sort of got some setup going, and then just sitting out, go behind the quick kids, sort of follow them around, learn anything I can, and yeah, just learn and progress, get better.
Yeah. What do you think of Whilton Mill? Is it a favourite of yours?
It's a very, very good track, yeah.
What makes it a good track?
It's just very, very technical, a lot of high-speed corners, slow-speed corners, just got everything you need. Elevation, yeah, absolutely everything.
Do you like the chicane?
I do, yeah. Very challenging though, and it's doing my ribs in, yeah.
Yeah, it's doing everybody's head in as well. Aidan, I'll ask you firstly, how many carts are Tyro running here in the NKC?
We've got 6 with us this weekend.
Right.
So it's
So
nice.
you've got 6 customers to keep happy.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
Yeah, it's the best we've had so far in the season. I think all the juniors are doing really well, but it's difficult to tell with tyres who's on new tyres when. It makes quite a big difference. And then George is flying in the senior, and Lewis is really stepping on now in the 177. So it's across the board, we're doing much better than we've done so far this year. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
I think at this stage everybody just wants to get on with it, and you know who's on what tyre, etc. once we start racing, isn't it?
Yeah, because some people are going new once, none. Some people go new twice, 3 times, and when you go new, you tend to go about half a second quicker. So you might be half a second off the pace, but when it gets down to Sunday, you'll be just as quick as anyone. Yeah. So it's I think we've nailed the setup now. A lot of work Friday and this morning, but we're all really happy where we are now. So we just want to get racing now. So
Is being in control, in charge, if you like, and managing these amount of drivers. It's how do you manage these young guys' expectations? I mean, they come to win, don't they? How do you manage that expectation?
yeah, it can be difficult sometimes. But it's our first year, doing this. So we came in, hoping just to make progress throughout the year. I think it gets harder now when we're starting to be quick, and that's when it gets hard. You've got to manage some expectations a little bit. But I think, I more push them to expect more and want more rather than kind of settle with where they're at. So I prefer that kind of attitude in a driver than being happy with, kind of middle of the A. You want to be front of the A. So.
Yeah. You have race experience yourself. I thought that.
Yeah.
Tell us what you raced.
Yeah, I've done everything. I did. Occasionally I come out of retirement now, but
do.
Road Tax X30 I do.
Yeah, that's my age. I came out of retirement as well, so you never lose it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'd raced all sorts, but this kind of keeps me busy. So I'll just do this mostly. But
absolutely. George, who's this? Who's Discover Parks? And I think we should mention them.
So Discover Parks, they're a holiday park based in just Herefordshire, that kind of area.
Right.
And they just have holiday homes, caravans, tenting, everything kind of like that. They sponsored me. They wanted to know what they could do to help, and they paid for my suit. They got their sponsor on the front, sponsor on the back, and they really helped me out, especially through last year and start of this year.
Great stuff. Everybody, Discover Parks, worth a look. Keeping George racing, and if it's not like George racing, we have got nothing to live stream. So, guys, wish Tyro and everybody the best of luck. If you're looking for a team, Tyro Carting, why not? Great setup, lots of activity, and here's to a good weekend, boys. Thank you. So first round of the Northern Cup part of the NKC Championship, but here we are at round 4. But a newcomer to the series is a driver that I kind of know pretty well, is Bella McConville. Bella, I'm so delighted to have you in the NKC at last. Tell the viewers though, where did this karting journey start for you?
So I started in team sport and I just did some rounds there, and then
That's the indoor place, is it? Is that the one at Newcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did the BIKC, the indoor British. Yeah, and I won the local and regional, and then I did the final. And then I started doing some club rounds at Warden Law.
Yeah.
And then last year I did the UKC.
Yeah. And have you been doing some UKC rounds this year as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did Warden, Kimbolton, and I'm doing Rowra, I think.
So what has brought Bella McConville from the UKC, and here she is at the Junction 6 NKC? What's brought you here then?
Well, I got told about it, and I like the look of it, and I like the tracks that they did, and it's like a lot more affordable than...
Yeah, your dad particularly likes the tyre regs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
One set for 3 rounds.
Yeah, because the tyre, they're a lot cheaper and they last a lot longer as well, so
yeah.
they're much better.
Yeah. So you're in for the next 3 rounds then for the series?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Your favourite track has got to be your home track, is it?
Yeah, Warden Law.
Yeah, so you're going to finish off the season there. You're going to go to Three Sisters, but here we are at Whilton Mill. What's your thoughts on Whilton Mill? Have you been here before?
Yeah, I did the IPKC here.
All right.
Yeah, I like the track.
Yeah.
It's a good track.
What makes it a good track?
I'm not sure, it's just like, I don't know.
Let me give you an idea, right? Because I like this track as well. That first corner, it's called Into Oblivion. The right-hander's called, I think the left-hander's called Oblivion, and then the right-hander's Crook. That is really fast on a Rotax, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah, and is that the best bits for you?
Yeah, I would say.
So you're a speed freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're here with Hunter Motorsport. Tell me, what chassis, what motor are you on?
I have a Lando Norris chassis,
Right. And the engine?
Junior Rotax,
Yeah. What's the engine? Who's your builder?
Vanetta.
All right. Okay. So that's a local to Warden Law as well, isn't it? Phil, your dad, is your trusty mechanic. Is he okay?
Sometimes.
Does he get everything tight and set up well?
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. Have you got a story there? Remember, he's your sponsor.
No.
No, exactly. Bella, it's great to have you in the NKC. I know you're going to love it. And Bella McConville, we wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always a massive feature of a Junction 6 NKC weekend is the TKM class. And Leo Crabtree here is one of the front runners in TKMs. Leo, I don't know about, I mean, you're obviously it's a favourite of yours, TKM. It's a favourite of mine. Yeah. And I can't quite grasp why I love to see you guys race. Is it because the carts are slightly smaller, so you guys are able to, make passing moves a little bit easier than the Rotax classes?
Yeah, I believe there might be a few things to it. I mean, coming into this weekend, I'm a bit heavier after a 2-week holiday.
Is that personal? Oh, where have you been? Where have you been on holiday?
It's Greece. Yeah.
Well, I would expect you not to have done anything other than put weight on.
But I feel like in this type of class, the weight doesn't come into account as much as it does in others. The engine's a little bit more, they're a bit easier to maintain, less maintenance. If something goes wrong, it's not usually that bad. But yeah, I've always raced this since juniors, and I really enjoy racing this engine. So yeah, it's a really good class to race in.
So it's the TKM air-cooled motor, a very simple carburettor system on it. It's they've got electronic ignition on them these days. Yeah. So what exactly do you fiddle with, if that's the term, over the course of a race weekend?
In terms of setup with the carbs, just it's a simple case of just making sure the carb's clean, as simple as it sounds. Regards to setup, you're always checking your micron to make sure that your revs are right. If you're off in your lap time, then why? You're always looking at pressures, width. There's my input as well as my dad's. It's like a bit of a dad and son thing. Right. So, as much as we've always thought about going in a team, I think we managed as we are. So, no, I really enjoy it. I enjoy the weekend away as much as I do on and off the track. So. Yes. Yeah. No, it means a lot to get away for the weekend, just spend it doing this.
I also remember playing around with exhaust lengths. Is that still a thing?
It's nothing that we do. No. In regards to the exhaust flex, in extreme conditions you're meant to change it, but we've never changed stuff like that.
Right, really?
We change it over time if it wears down a bit. Just put a new one in. But other than that, no, we don't mess with that.
You're a good salesman for this class, actually. The less fiddling. So you've basically got a chassis setup and an engine that needs the least amount of fiddling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I say, we've only had it rebuilt for this round, and a few piston rings and a few little other bits. That's all it needed.
Do you play with a mixture screw on track?
No.
No.
On track.
Does anybody play with that? Because that used to be a thing when I raced these kinds of motors.
Yeah, I don't trust myself to do it.
Yeah, neither did I. I hated it. Ash, if you come round here, I want to show the viewers what I'm talking about. So this screw here, that's a mixture screw. And when you turn it in, it leans the fuel air mixture into the engine. So when you're driving around the track, you put your right hand down and you play with that. Leo was like me. I hated doing it. Leo doesn't need to do it. Leo, you prove that that's not a necessity to do well at TKM racing.
No, it's not. But at the end of the day, if you set your carburetor on going on track, then it's always good to know the little tweaks you need to make. It's a slight adjustment, but I've seen it before where people have made too big of an adjustment, seize the engine, and it's not worth the risk. Usually we try and get it bob on before.
Yeah.
Run it quite neutral, like I say, on the rich side. It's not on the, not too lean.
Yeah.
And we've never usually had a problem with the carb and jet settings as such. So yeah.
Whilton Mill, challenging track as ever. It is to those Rotax boys. What's it like on the TKM?
Not nice at all, especially with the new the little layout.
I was going to ask you about the chicane.
Yeah, I've not actually driven around this track with this new layout yet. It's the first time today. It's changed a few things. In regards to pressures, usually we'd run quite low, but we've gone up with the pressures this time. Yeah, it's quite a physical circuit now, and like I say, the actual setup of the engine, the teeth on the sprocket, it's just all changed. It's a new circuit to me now with this new little change in.
So has that chicane made a massive difference in that final corner? Are you having to punch out of a really slow bit of track?
Yeah, it's quite challenging. I'm still struggling to get it to get it consistently right every lap.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get it right every single lap, but I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah.
And that's the only corner I'm really battling at the moment. So yeah, it's quite physical. It's quite a big curve. I think it's quite unnecessary big, but if it improves the safety, then that's the main thing, isn't it? So yeah.
Everybody's racing on the same track, Leo. Wish you all the very best of luck, mate. Have a great weekend.
Cheers,
Thank you.